What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Classic Octane. I am Taylor. So I am rocking my quarantine haircut that my wife was kind enough to give me with some kitchen scissors and a beard trimmer. And I mean, you gotta give her some credit. She did all right for the tools she had available. We're back on the Triumph build today. Before I get started, I want to mention two things. One, my buddy at Cafe Racer Garage, Dan, down in Australia, is this close to hitting 100,000 subscribers. So I'm going to throw a link in the description below. If you guys are into classic motorcycle content, go check out his channel. He does some really cool how-tos, and he's just a cool guy. We've been kind of friends, YouTube friends, for probably like 2 years. I think we were both like well below 15,000 subscribers when we first started talking. So I would love to support him, get him over that 100,000 mark. The dude deserves it, really cool guy. So go check out his channel, subscribe if you like what you see. Second thing is I was on a podcast recently called the Garage Built Podcast. Really cool guy. We did maybe half an hour, 45-minute interview. He's interviewed guys like Max Hazon and some other builders. So I want you guys to go check that out too if you're into podcasts. So you can just search Garage Built Podcast. I'll try to throw a link to that in the description as well. So let's get to work on the Triumph. I apologize ahead of time if you guys can hear my air conditioner running in the background. I'm hoping that it's far enough away, and I do have it on low, but it is hot here in Texas. So I got the garage door down, air conditioning blasting, because I'm a spoiled brat and I have an air conditioned garage and I want to take advantage of it. So I do apologize. Hopefully you guys can't hear it all the way over there. Where we left off last time on the Triumph is we kind of put the top end back together as best we could. If you're not kind of up to date on this project, we do have known engine damage. There's pretty big nick on one of the pistons. We have the incorrect piston ring on one of them as well. And it's just kind of really falling into this apocalypse style build where we're mismatching parts. And you know, this is by no means a how-to video on how to build a classic Triumph. This is us just having fun in the garage. So today I want to go a little bit further. I'm going to start off with adjusting the clearance for the valves. I'll show you guys how to do that. Super easy. Then we'll move on to probably cleaning the carbs, putting those back on. The big question mark for today's video is the ignition system. So I do have points and everything still installed. I have no idea the condition of them. So we'll see how the points are doing. But the big thing is I do not have the correct coil for this bike. But again, keeping on theme, I don't want to order anything. So what I'm going to attempt to do, it may or may not fail, is steal the coils off of one of my Honda parts bikes, see if we can make those coils work. We're gonna have, like, you know, 2 extra spark plugs for obvious reasons, our spark plug leads. But I wanna see if that will get us spark at all. So that's gonna be kind of the meat of this video, is trying to figure that out. We obviously still need to put oil and that kind of stuff in the engine as well. I don't think we'll get all the way to the point of firing the bike up, but we're gonna get as far as we can. So let's do it. Adjusting the valves on these is really simple. What I'm gonna be doing is using the kickstart to kind of rotate the engine. What I'm looking for is one of these valves to start going down. When it's all the way down, then we can check and adjust the other cylinder, because that means that you know, it's riding on the base of the cam lobe for the cylinder that's not open. So we're gonna start to go, okay, so this one's starting to go down. Keep going just a little bit. Okay, right there, it's all the way at the bottom. Now I can check this right side. We're looking for 0.08 of an inch here. I do already have my lock nuts undone as well. We'll just spin this until it's snug on this 0.08 feeler gauge. Is right there. Then I will take a wrench, put it on here just to make sure it doesn't spin while we tighten it down. Okay, so that one's done. And we'll just repeat. Come over here, give it a little bit more of a turn. That one's all the way at the bottom. Again, we're looking for 0.08 on this side. It's definitely tighter than 8. Keep moving my feeler gauge until I feel it. I'm squeezing it pretty decent right there. And we'll repeat. Hold the adjuster in place while you tighten the lock nut. And we're going to do the exact same process on the exhaust side, except we're going to be looking for 0.006 of an inch. Just for fun while I'm in here, I want to go ahead and pull the clutch apart, because I mentioned in one of my previous videos, my other Triumph, the clutch sticks a lot if the bike's been sitting, and since this one's been sitting for an obviously unknown and presumably very long amount of time, figured it'd be kind of fun to get in here and just see what the condition of these clutch discs are. Not too bad. Let me grab a small screwdriver to be able to get in there. I can work it out without hurting anything. Oh yeah, definitely all stuck together. What is this shifter rod? Get out of the way somehow. Yeah, it's one. We're all stuck together in one solid unit. Yeah, very much stuck together. Let's inspect this thing a little bit more. Definitely some rust spots around. Every one of these is stuck together. See the rust just where the friction little pads were sitting, just kind of stuck to it. Keep going down the line here, breaking them apart as we go. When I reassemble this, I'll kind of clean this up a little bit just to get some of this light rust off, and then we'll put a little bit of oil in between each of these just to kind of help us a little bit. That one's particularly bad. That's it. So what I'm doing here is just taking a little bit of quadruple zero steel wool and just very lightly running around these steel discs just to remove the kind of heavy buildup, wiping it clean. And then I have oil on here. Slam that down. Just give it a little light coating of oil. Keep everything moving free. Continue to inspect our friction discs. And I'm just going to kind of put a little bit of oil on every single layer. So you can kind of see this one where it's at right now. Give it a wipe off. And this quadruple zero steel wool is very, very fine. So we are not at all like removing any heavy amounts of material or anything like that. I'm sure this is still probably frowned upon as far as the technique goes, but that's what we're going for on this bike. I want to see how many people yell at me for the way I do it. So you see how much that cleaned it up. We're not going crazy with it. Just enough to remove the rust deposits. So I'll keep going down this whole stack and then we'll put them back in. What do you say we go back in with this thing? Come on, Harbor Freight Chair, you can do it. There we go. So, we're gonna go in just like this. Friction disc first. We'll just keep going. Won't bore you guys. Watch me put all like 12 of these in here. Plate. Make sure our little spring retainers are all in proper place. Everything's lubed up. Beans ready to go on with our springs. We'll get them all started first. So these are a little bit weird on a Triumph. Honda, you can pretty much just like run them down and you're pretty much good to go. These, you run them in and then you have to check and make sure that this whole plate is actually running true and it's not like wobbling like crazy. Yeah, I think my threads are a little chewed up on this one. Let me see which side it's on. These threads don't look bad, so I'm thinking it might be in here. Let me figure out what threads these are, and I'm going to run a tap through here just to clean it out, because I think there's just a little bit of crud in there. Come over here to my thread checker. 1/4 inch, 1/4 20. Go a little finer than that. 1/4 28. This thread checker thing is legit. I'll throw a link to this. It's just a thing on Amazon, but it has metric and standard sizes, both, you know, like female and male, if you want to look at it that way. Makes it way faster to check threads. Let me see if I can find a 1/4 28 tap. 1/4 28. Let's see. No way. First one I checked. Like I planned it. 1/4 28. That is surprising. Alright, I'm gonna need to find a way to like mount this on a vise or something like that so I can actually run this thing in there properly. Alright, I'm just going to try and throw it in this vise. Just lightly put it down. There we go. Just run this through every 1/3 of a turn or so. Just kind of come back and break the chip. I can feel a lot of the junk in here. Let's grab it a little tighter. Just don't want to break it. There we go. I think we're through the rusty spot. Just run it all the way through since we're here. My world's cheapest tap wrench is failing me. through. Okay, let's go try it on the bike. See if we have any more success now. Oh yeah. Buttery smooth, how about that? Go down right about there and see if this one goes in. Now that that last one's in, I'm going to adjust this centerpiece. I want to turn this, we'll just turn it out a little bit, start to turn it in until it just starts to lift it right there, and then turn it out one full rotation. We'll lock it. Give our clutch a little try. Here we go. Looks like it's moving pretty evenly all around. So now what we're going to look for is, I'm going to get up here, kick the engine over, make sure that thing is running true. So pull the clutch a little bit. It's running nice and true to me. Actually, scratch that. I think we need to tighten these two just a smidge. I'd rather tighten these both a little bit than loosen the other side. Let's give that a try. Still a little high on this side right here. Really need a slightly larger screwdriver, the proper tool for this. Okay, let's try that. It's looking pretty darn good to me. Got the primary cover and everything installed on that side. So what I'm going to move on to now is the oiling system. This bike has had some crazy homemade oil cooler setup that we are going to ditch. So I need to pull the lines off that are going to it, and then also just make sure to drain our crankcase oil and everything. We're just going to start from scratch. And then I need to see if I have the proper oil for the gearbox as well. On Triumphs, the gearbox oil is separate from the engine oil, unlike on classic Hondas, which is all one oiling system. Pulling the oil filter out now. I got the little bottom plate, first gasket, and I'm taking the filter out. And oh no, well that's one interesting thing. That is supposed to be connected to our fill cap, because that is the oil dipstick that is no longer connected, and that is something else right there. That is the definition of sludge, as it's affectionately known. Oh no. Oh no. Oh gosh. Okay. That's not it's not what you want to see. So we can flush this out. You're supposed to flush it out with like kerosene or something like that. I gotta see what I have. I don't even know that I have any like brake cleaner or anything. I'm kind of running low on supplies here. So let me look around and see what I can find to clean this out. I bet like diesel would probably work pretty well too, but I don't know that I have any of that. That's not gonna have to be siphoned out of my truck. That's gross. Give you guys a little close-up of the sludge we're dealing with. So unfortunately, I looked around and I don't have the cleaner to actually clean that out properly. I'm just going to use like a brake parts cleaner, maybe carburetor cleaner, something in the aerosol cans, but I'm out of it right now. So I need to go run and get that. And instead of dragging this out to like multiple day video, I'm going to change up my style a little bit and just kind of cut the video here and get this edited and out for you guys, because I know, judging by your comments, a lot of you guys are dying for more content. So I figured we got a good amount of work done in this video. Hopefully it's entertaining enough, and we'll just pick right back up tomorrow filming the next video. In that video, you guys should hopefully see me tackle the carburetors, the exhaust, and the ignition system, which is still the big question mark on this. Those are the last couple of components before we can actually try and fire this thing up. So I'm hoping in the next video, this thing makes some pops and bangs. That's still, like I said, to be determined, just because there's a laundry list of things that aren't quite right on this engine. But hey, this is fun for me to just kind of get out here and mess with this thing, and hopefully you guys are enjoying following along. We do actually have another build coming for a customer project that'll be here in about 2 weeks. So I want to get as far as we possibly can on this bike before that arrives. And then we are still working on the Land Rover as well. So still pretty busy despite what's going on in the world. So I hope you guys are staying safe. Again, go check out my buddy, Cafe Racer Garage. Give him a subscription. Let's get that guy to 100K, and I'll see you guys soon.